Alright guys, it's Ben and Joe, aka Casper and Stopping here from Codenamepizza, and welcome to episode 5 of Zombiepedia on Kino Der Toten. So guys, welcome to Kino Der Toten. This map is set in 1969 in West Berlin, Germany, and it's actually German for the Cinema of the Dead.
So, upon spawning, you notice that there's some Nazi symbols and flags around. Well, if we know this is 1969 and the war ended in 1945, this is obviously a facility that has been abandoned for quite some time.
So this map was actually supposed to be on World at War, but it didn't get developed and finished in time, so they pushed it back to be on the disc of Black Ops 1 as the first map. Now we see the return of the 4 characters which we know from World at War. We've got Tank Dempsey, Nikolai, Takio, and of course Richtofen. And upon the loading screen, Richtofen then goes on to say how they got there. It was through time travel through the MDT. The MDT being the teleporters that you see in Dries and Kino Der Toten itself, and other future maps from now on. But we're going to be explaining the MDT teleportation device in greater detail in this week's Zombiepedia Plus episode on Tuesday. Now what Zombiepedia Plus is where we separate the Easter egg storyline to the normal storyline of the map, so it condenses the videos down instead of being really long. Of course, because we're in Black Ops now, the Easter eggs are massive. But this week Kino Der Toten doesn't have an Easter egg, so we're going to be covering the MDT teleportation device instead.
In the theatre section of this map, there's actually a screen at the front with the projections on it. Now these projections have actually been used to brainwash the zombies over a long period of time. In these slides, there's actually secret letters hidden within them. One of them has E in it, another has A, another has R, and another has 935. EAR could mean that it's Edward Advar Richtofen, and these are put there so that the zombies will follow the commands of Edward Richtofen and Group 935.
So, one of these test subjects that actually made it through this program and got brainwashed to nearly being 100% controllable was Project 26. Now, we know this from the film reels that we can find around Kino Der Toten and insert them into the projector in the Pack-a-Punch room. But it then goes on to tell us that the Subject 26 had to be destroyed because it lost control when the fire alarm went off in the facility.
Another reference to Subject 2-6 is in the room with the portraits. There's an empty space available for a new subject to be put in there. Now, if Subject 2-6 had completed the test and gone through to become 100% effective super soldier, then he would have been in that space.
If you go into the back room just up the steps from the alley, there's a load of letters that are scattered around the floor. Now, if you read this in order, it actually says Manhattan Down. Now, this is referring to the Manhattan Project, which was where the Americans were trying to create an atomic bomb with what's called uranium-235 to put themselves in a better situation in the war against the Nazi armies.
Kino is the first zombies map to feature the Thunder Gun. Now this originally was thought to be the successor of the Wunderwaffe DG2 and is actually referred to as the DG3 in the game by Richtofen. Now Richtofen was jealous of the fact that he thought Dr. Maxis has created this weapon, but in fact it was actually Dr. Gersh. Now we'll be talking a lot more about Dr. Gersh in upcoming Zombiepedia episode when we focus on the map Ascension.
Another thing that's interesting in these maps are the posters on the walls that symbolise future maps to come. At the time, we didn't actually know that they were going to be, but now we do. So we've got this one here with the 3 guys that are on the ship, obviously resembling Call of the Dead. And then we've got this one here with this woman that's floating and a pyramid shape on her head, which obviously symbolises Moon, where Samantha is in the device floating, and it's also in a pyramid shape.
This is also the first map to feature the fire traps. Also, yet again, there's a song by Elena Sigmund hidden in the map, which you can access by hitting Use on all the Element 115 pieces hidden around the map. This song is titled 115.
Kino Der Toten is also the only map where you can teleport to transitional rooms for a select amount of time. For example, you use the teleporter in the main building to go to Pack-a-Punch, and then after 30 seconds you teleport to one of 4 rooms. You've got Samantha's bedroom, you've got a destroyed version of the same room, which could possibly be hinting at the Moon Easter egg where we have to destroy the Earth. You then have the dentist chair from Verrucht, and then finally you have the room from 5 where you can actually launch the rocket into the air by holding the use button, and this could be hinting at Ascension where the rocket goes up on that, or it could be also hinting at the rockets from the moon. So that's about it, guys, for another episode of Zombiepedia. If you liked the video, please hit that like button because it helps us out and we really appreciate it. Leave a comment in the section below and we'll try to reply to as many as possible. And make sure you hit that subscribe button to be the latest member of the Pizza Club. Thank you for watching and peace out. Why not click one of the annotations on screen to go to an old Zombiepedia episode? We've got Kino Der Toten to the top left, Brooke to the top right, Kino Der Toten to the bottom left, and Doris to the bottom right.